Hi there, it's Rachel Martin, and you're listening to Parenting Teens Podcasts. Hiya. So this week we're going to look at life lemons. I'm going to talk about how sometimes it feels like life is just throwing you lemons, and as the saying says, you need to learn how to make lemonade. But there's a couple of things you can do for yourself, and there's a couple of things you can do for your teenager too. Life can just be unfair. You get to the point where you feel as though you just can't do this. And you wonder, what did you do in life to deserve this hardship with parenting? Maybe in a past life you were a murderer. Who knows? But what you do know is that currently it sucks. Maybe you've got a teen who's constantly throwing at you how it's so unfair. And instead of doing something about it, they're just wallowing about how bad it is. Wallowing like a hippo in mud, waiting for the great universe to come and fix it all for them. Wallowing with why is life just so hard and unfair? But you can help with this, and I'm going to give you some tips today for what can help. But before we do that, I just want you to take a moment to think about yourself as a parent. Are you maybe wallowing in how hard this parenting lark is? If you're listening to this and feeling sorry for yourself because it's been a bit tough, then there's a fair chance I'm afraid you're acting a bit like a hippo. Sorry, and obviously I don't mean that literally, but if you're stuck and you're feeling like you're ready to quit, then you're wallowing. If you're waiting for divine intervention, then shocker, sorry, it's not coming. Worse though, I know, sorry to start with such bad news, but your wallowing is actually just reconfirming all those hideous negative thoughts that you hate, that you hold about yourself. Why am I so rubbish at this? Why can't I fix it? Why is my kid finding life so hard? Why didn't I see this coming? And why can't I find a way out? Why am I not good enough as a parent? And so, with this wallowing continues your eternal sadness. So let's get on to a fix. There are ways out of this and things that you can do, and this might be advice you decide to share with your teen. Try focusing on how instead of why. Sounds a bit odd, but the why statements will never find you a route to get out of it. They'll never find you an answer. You can't just not feel and think about the whys. I get that. They run around your head like madness. But you can continue the sentence with how. Now, I know that sounds a bit cryptic or a bit strange, but as an example, why am I so rubbish at parenting? Instead of focusing on that why I'm rubbish, focus on the how. How can I stop being so rubbish? Maybe I can try to stop shouting, breathe, give myself a break. There is a way through, but the honest truth, depending on how long you've been wallowing, this isn't a quick one-step fix. But let's get positive, and I'd really like to stop calling you a hippo. As I said earlier, I love the saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. To be honest, you've probably worked out I love pretty much any metaphor. So the truth about life lemons and why so many people are drowning in them. I just want you to picture a mountain of lemons for the moment. You're right in the middle. These lemons represent all the things that go wrong in your life and your teens. Let's not forget, if they struggle, deep down there's a belief that that must be your fault for missing something. Now imagine picking up one lemon and throwing it. That's making just one little change and seeing how it goes. Now look at all those lemons again. Still quite a few left, isn't there? Well, now you've got a choice. You can either keep throwing lemons, or you can just stop because it's all too hard. Bit of a bonus fact, there's no rules on how you focus or change your life, so you don't have to throw every single lemon. When you get towards the end, you could find that actually you're just crushing groups of them at a time. But to get there, you have to just pick up one. If you accept that life will keep throwing lemons, that's step one. Parenting a teen isn't always going to be easy. It's just not. It won't be. So accept that. Then you've got two choices. Drown or do something. And watch as things begin to change. Now don't get me wrong. Sometimes as you throw a lemon, your teen's going to catch it. And honestly, they're going to throw it full force back in your face. Mistakes and missteps happen. Just pick a different lemon. Don't let that one error stop you from trying. You've got your own view of the world from your eyes, and no one else can see it. Your teenager has theirs too, and you don't see their view. As a counsellor, I spend hours every week trying to get as close as I can to this with my clients. And this is why, with the right connection, people feel understood and they're happy to open up. But let's not forget, being a complete stranger with no emotional connections and a bucket full of training does make this easier for me. And even then, sometimes I'll never see the full picture. So accept that your teenager won't understand your view. Sometimes they just won't. They can't. And let's be honest, sometimes they don't even want to. Likewise, don't expect to fully understand your teen's views either. Sometimes they're purposely hiding them from you. Sometimes they don't even understand them themselves. Just take what they give you. Be happy with everything you can and just work with that. So back to your big pile of lemons. Never forget you always have a choice. You can actively pick up a lemon. Do one thing to help you feel better, or one thing to connect you with your teen, or one thing to make you feel happier, or research one more way to help your child accept that life's going to give them lemons. There is always one more thing you can change or try. And in the future, when things go wrong, just label it a life lemon. Lemon in the face, what are you going to do? Drown in the whys, or focus on how and actually do something. Your words, your thoughts, your actions all have consequences. Yes, they hold consequences for others, but most importantly for you. Telling yourself you're stuck, that there's no way out. You're basically buying your own lemons now. So stop. Then and only then can you really find yourself, your mojo, your passions and your purpose. And that is where contentment and happiness lies. It's behind all those pesky lemons. So the key takeaways from today's podcast: don't be a hippo. Wallowing cements your negative beliefs. Focus on the hows, not the whys. This is true if you're wallowing, but it's also true for your teenager. Life's lemons are gonna keep coming, so just accept that. And to be honest, tell yourself, sod the lemonade right now. Just launch one lemon. There is always one more thing. You can't see things that your teen does, and they can't see what you do, but that's okay. Remember, your words, actions and thoughts all have consequences, so wherever you can, try and remain positive. And never forget, your happiness lies just under those lemons. So that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed listening, and I hope you found it helpful. If you'd like to hear more episodes, please make sure you click subscribe on whatever platform you're listening on. If you've got any feedback or any subjects you think you'd like me to talk about in the future, please honestly get in touch. I'm Inner Strength on Facebook, Parenting a Teen on Instagram, and My Inner Strength is my website. I hope you have a fantastic day and find some motivation to help make your life happier. Thanks ever so much. Bye.